Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Keeping Tabs. My name is Tabby and this is the start of another vlog. I'm really in my reading zone. I switched my bookshelves around. If you've noticed in previous videos that I have uploaded, my books were all turned around so that only the pages were facing forward, and that was because I was just getting a lot of just seeing all of the books that I have to read looking at me and yelling at me to read them. It was just a lot, so I just turned them around so all I would see was the pages, and it was just less daunting. But I have since unhauled so many books that I now am able to fit all of my unread books on one shelf, and that is a rule that I'm going to try to keep for myself, is that if I cannot fit it on this shelf, I can't buy it. So I recently purchased a book that fills the last slot. Actually, it's big enough to fit 2 books, but I now have a full shelf. The other day, I purchased Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. It was just really calling to me, okay? I went to the bookstore a few months ago, or I guess whenever this came out, and I saw it there, and I was just going back and forth about whether I should read it or if I just borrow it on my e-reader or borrow it from the library or something. So I didn't get it. And then a few days ago, I went back to the bookstore, walked around, saw it again, and decided to look up some Goodreads reviews. And I read some 5 stars, and then I also read one 1-star review because I like to read 5 stars and 1 stars review for books that I'm considering. And you guys, how is it that it was the 1-star review that made me want to buy this book? I'm going to get it for you. Actually, it wasn't the whole review. It was just, she had a little thing at the top and then she started her review. But basically, this person says, this book is The Witcher meets Interview with the Vampire meets Game of Thrones meets the movie Underworld. First of all, I love all of those. I love the Witcher series and the TV show. I love Interview with the Vampire. It's been a long time, but I really, really like that movie. Love Game of Thrones, obviously. And I love the movie Underworld. Are you kidding me? And then this person says it's also violent as hell, bloody as hell, profane as hell, and some would say, myself not being one of them, sexy as hell. Those are all great. I love that. And then they say, this is not a book for kids, a read to be taken lightly, the best vampire story I've ever seen. But that last point really makes me question, because everything this person listed is amazing, and this is a 1-star review. So yeah, I'm sold. I've never been sold by a 1-star review before, so this is a first. I am reading, well, actually, I started reading it in the mall because I was in the mall with my mom and she was shopping for stuff I had no interest in. So I broke off and went to the bookstore, bought this, and was walking around the mall reading this while she was doing her thing. And I only read the first little blurb. And so far this is going to be a story where the main character, his name is Gabriel, tells a story. So in the beginning, we are seeing where he is. He's locked in a prison, and this person comes and asks for information, tell me this. And so I think this whole book is Gabriel in the prison telling this guy the story. I'm not sure. I didn't read the synopsis, but that's what I'm getting, because as soon as that whole little thing where he's about to tell the story, the next, book 1 starts. So I'm thinking this is telling a story kind of like what I think The Name of the Wind is about. I have never read it, but I'm pretty sure those books are like this guy telling a story. So this is freaking huge, but it has a lot of really, really nice illustrations all throughout, which is stunning. So I'm excited, but it's massive. I don't know when I'm gonna get to read this. It's not really a priority right now, but I just wanted to have it because yeah, it's nice. Hi, hello, love it. But this fits perfectly for my unread shelf, so that's it. And I cannot buy any more physical books, which is not even a problem for me, because I think, including that, I have bought what's it called? The Song of Achilles, A Court of Silver Flames, and now Empire of the Vampire. That's all I have bought from 2021. So I think that's pretty good. I just noticed something and I'm not happy about it. So everything else on the shelves, other than this shelf, I have read. But I just noticed that Crescent City is here, and I haven't read Crescent City, so I have to find a way to fit this on here. There's no room. Frick! Okay, so that means that I have to maybe read Call Down the Hawk. Like, I need to read something from here ASAP. I'm already reading something that I just pulled from here. So this is interesting. I'm gonna have to read one of these to get it out of the way so that I can fit this. Because it's not gonna fit here, and it's not gonna fit... Oh, it might fit there if I try. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, let's move on to what I'm currently reading for this week. I'm finally reading Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. I recently finished A Court of Silver Flames, and it really made me want to reread ACOTAR, but then I was like, wait, you still have the rest of Throne of Glass to read. You should probably do that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm reading Empire of Storms, and I still love Aedion. Like, Aedion is just amazing, and for some reason I have this sinking feeling that he's gonna die by the end of the series. And if that happens, oh, I don't want to think about it. But anyways, I'm on page 122 of Empire Storms, and we're getting Elide and Lorcan. They are another duo that I have been wanting to meet for so long, and I love it. I really am intrigued. I mean, their story, we're really at the beginning of their story, but I'm intrigued and I'm ready and I'm loving everything. But I think there are some things that I'm forgetting from what was it called? Queen of Shadows, because I don't even know the last time I read it. Hang on. I have my trusty dusty notebook of books that I've read. Queen of Shadows, Queen of Air and Darkness, Queen of Shadows. Where is Queen of Shadows? Oh, I read it last year. March. Okay, well, apparently I don't remember a lot because I don't remember Cale getting hurt, but he is injured and on his way south to some continent to get healed, which I'm guessing is what Tower of Dawn is all about. But I don't remember how he got hurt. Like, I vaguely remember him being hurt, but I don't remember how or who done it. I don't know, but that's fine because I'm sure it'll clear it up or I don't know. It will all come back to me as I get further into this book. But as for right now, absolutely loving it. Love it so much. October has been such an amazing reading month for me. You guys, I've been reading like a freaking machine. I am on, how many books have I read? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have read 7 books in October. Empire of Storms will be 8. And I also plan on reading 2 more physical books for sure in the month of October. Probably not till later, closer to Halloween, because they are spooky books. So that's exciting. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm reading. And I will update you guys on my progress. I want today to make it to page 2. No, did I say a page or did I say a chapter? I want to make it to chapter 30 of Empire of Storms, which is this many pages, which is page 276. And I am on chapter 12, which is page 122. So I have a lot of reading in my future. But this is a great book, so I am confident. Hello, everybody. Today is Thursday, October 14th, and I'm here to update my progress for Empire of Storms. My goal was to get to chapter 30 last night. Didn't happen. I had to tap out. I'm on chapter 26, and oh my goodness, this book is just... Okay, first of all, there was a scene where Aedion was just chilling with Lysandra, talking to her, and he was wondering, in his mind he was saying this, he was wondering if he's ever gonna find someone to love, because he loves Aelin, because that's his queen, that's his cousin, like, that's an automatic thing, he didn't choose that, he just loves her. But he's wondering if he's ever gonna love anybody the way that Lysandra loves Evangeline, and Rowan and Aelin love each other, and I'm just like, for some reason, this is just really making me think he's gonna die. And also, like, you can love me, I love you, Aedion. Oh my goodness, I honestly love this guy. I can't even tell you. I didn't expect this. I definitely thought Rowan was gonna be my guy, and he is, but Aedion, you know what I'm saying? Aedion. Also, I'm just like loving how it's not intricate. Is that the word? I don't know. But there's so many characters here involved in this story, and they all have a story, and they all have like a purpose and a little plot going on, and it's just so fun. And I love when the characters, like, they're on their way to each other and then they meet each other, and I'm so excited for Elise to find out the situation with Selena and Aelin, because she's looking for Selena and then she's also looking for Aelin because she doesn't know. And Rowan's like, you okay. And by Rowan I mean Lorcan, because that's who she's with, and I'm loving their little fake husband-wife situation. I love them already, and they've barely begun. They have barely begun, and I love them. You know what else I also love is the Dorian and Rowan, like, I don't even know, like, it hasn't even been long, but I just love character interactions, especially characters who we don't really see on the page together often. Like, we don't see much of Rowan and Dorian together, but then they have a whole thing where he goes to, am I spoiling? I don't know. I'm just talking here. Okay, it's been out for a freaking hot minute. When did this come out? So if I'm spoiling, I apologize, but you had since 2016 to know what's going on in here. Anyway, what was I saying? We never get to see Rowan and Dorian together. And Rowan goes to save Dorian, and now they're like sailing away to Skull's Bay, and they're in Skull's Bay, and they're getting into things, and he's teaching them magic, and I just love Rowan, and I love Dorian, and seeing them together, it's like, wow, I didn't know that I wanted this, but I want it, and I love it. I'm also still debating if I like Rowan more or Rhysand more. And I feel like the answer is Rowan, because Rhysand, I love him. We all love Rhysand. But Rowan is more of like the quiet lethal, and Rhysand is the in-your-face lethal. I mean, Rowan can get in your face too, but for the most part, he's quiet until he's in your face. And Rhysand is just a loudmouth, in your face right away kind of guy. You know what I mean? Is that making sense? Yeah, and I'm just into the Rowan style a little bit more, and I just love him. Oh my goodness. I've also started an audiobook because I feel like I always just need to have some kind of story content being digested. So when I'm on my way to work, when I'm in work, like at work, I just need something. So I'm listening to the third book in the Ice Planet Barbarians series by Ruby Dixon. Yep, it's been a time, okay? I read the first 2 books earlier this month. And by earlier, I mean a few days ago. And by read, I mean I listened to them on audiobook because they're only 5 hours and so. And then I listened to them on 2.5 the speed, and they're just done instantly. And they are so entertaining. I just can't. It's been fun. And I feel like book 3 already has more of a plot, because the other 2 was, you know how most romance smutty books is there's a plot with some smut in it. The first 2 Ice Planet Barbarians series is smut with like, let's try to sprinkle some plot, but it's mostly smut. Whereas book 3, it's a healthy balance. Like, there's plot happening now, and you can kind of see it happening by the end of book 2. So now it's like, okay, this is nice. Hello everybody, today is Sunday, October 17th, and I have some updates for Empire of Storms. I didn't read much on Friday, but yesterday I did read a pretty good chunk of this freaking book. Okay, first of all, where did Lorcan and Elide even come from? Like, where did they come from? It is book 5, and these two come in and just start stealing the show for me. I love them, and they're doing the fake marriage trope, fake couples, whatever. I don't know. It's so, I love it. I love it. And I cannot wait for Aelin and Aedion to finally meet up with Elide, because I'm also at the part where Manon is now with Aelin. Also, this is gonna be kind of spoilery because I'm just so excited about it. I need to talk. I'm sorry if you haven't read this, but spoils. Manon is now with Aelin and the crew, and she's in and out of consciousness because her grandma nearly killed her. And like one of the last things she says before she's like knocked out again is Elide here? Like she's mentioning Elide, and then Aelin's like, Aelin and Aedion are both like, what? Like wait, what? Wake up, what? Because the last time they saw her was when they were kids. The last time Aelin and Aedion saw each other, like before they all split up. And I just can't wait for them to see her and just bring her in, bring her home, because she's been on her own. She is so strong, and I just feel so bad for the girl with her mangled ankle, and Lorcan doing his little magic to heal, like brace her ankle sometimes. Wow. I just love them. I love this book. I get so giddy all the time when I'm reading it. It's so good. And also Lysandra. Okay. So I read the chapter where Rowan and Aelin are, on the beach. Let's go to the beach. Let's go get away. Yeah, they're on the beach. They did that thing. But before that, the chapter before that was like the most epic and intense and stress-inducing chapter of this whole entire book. And I thought it was going to be epic because Aelin was going to use her fire magic and like bring down I was going to say Mogadorians, but it's definitely a whole entire series. Bring down the Valg ships. But then her firepower, like, completely gets out of hand, and she nearly destroys Skull's Bay, and Lysandra has to save the day. She is a sea dragon. She becomes the sea dragon, and I was on the edge of my seat, reading that whole chapter, loving every word, okay? She's gonna go down in history. She is now a legend, along with Dorian and Aedion. Those three saved the day, and it was amazing. And then Aedion is like, I'm gonna marry you. I'm gonna marry you. You could choose the date, but it's gonna happen. And I love. This book is amazing. I am on page 400, chapter 43. There are 689 pages, 75 chapters. So I am really close to the end, and the goal is to try to finish it today, because there are 2 other books that I want to be able to read this month for the spooky season, and I'm really excited to get into them. Oh, my battery's dying. Oh no! One of the books is Freddy versus Jason. Obviously I gotta read this for Halloween. Hello, have to. Oh look, it's this guy. What's his name again? He's from the Raven Boys, the bad one. What's his name? Oh, I don't know. Anyways, I need to finish reading Freddy vs. Jason. I'm pretty sure I started it last October and didn't finish it, so I would like to finish that. And then I want to reread Darkness Falls. This book terrified me when I first read it. I was 15 years old. It was freaking scary. It's about a tooth fairy who, if you make a sound while she's in your room, she will kill you. And it's literally terrifying. This is based off of a movie. Both of these books actually are based off the movie. So the movie came first, and then someone wrote a book about it. And I think I've seen the movie once, but I read the book first. And even though the movie came first, the book is so much better and so much scarier and just so good. So I definitely want to try to get to these tomorrow to start the spooky Halloween-y vibes and just be scared. But other than that, I need to finish this book because things are happening and it's intense, and I'm pretty sure Lorcan and the lead are going to meet up with the gang soon, and Manon is with everybody, and I'm so happy. I'm happy. This is definitely my favorite book of the month. Definitely in the top books of the year. I haven't read that many books, actually. I think I've said it like 1,000 times how many books I've read. This is probably the 26th book. I keep forgetting, even though I know I said it 1,000 times already in this vlog. Yeah, this is going to be the 26th book. Oh yeah, I finished Barbarian Lover by Ruby Dixon, which is book 3 in the Ice Planet Barbarians series. And I realized I didn't talk to you guys about what that series is about. My battery is dying. Let's see if I can get this. It's basically about this group of girls that are all 22. They all have a similar background where they don't have much family, don't have much friends. Really, nobody would miss them if they are gone. So they get abducted by these green aliens. I think they come from like all across North America. They get abducted by these green aliens and hauled across the galaxy to like a whole other solar system. And they get dumped on this planet so that the green aliens can go do something with their ship, and then they're going to come back and pick them up. But the planet that they arrive on has another race of aliens, the blue aliens called the Squealing. And the Squealing have these mates, like they mate for life, and they are dwindling because there's more guys than there are females, and they need to make more children. So the Squealing come across these girls and they're like, yes, we're going to have babies now. And yeah, so they just like mate off. Each book is about a guy and a girl mating, and there's some plot, kind of, not really in the first 2 books. The 3rd book there is a plot because one of the girls has this device in her ear that the green aliens put in so that she can be a translator. And she hears the green aliens coming back, so she's freaking out, thinking that they're going to take her because the thing in her ear probably has a tracking device. They took out the other tracking device that was in their arm, but they can't take out the thing in her ear because it's like literally stuck all the way into her head. Like they had to surgically put that in there. So she's freaking out. She wants to get it taken off. And also by the end of this book, another girl goes missing. And so the next book is going to be about where the heck she went, and it's actually like getting pretty good. It's developing a plot, and I was like, oh, this is getting interesting now. So I finished book 3. These books are so fast and so easy to get through if you're listening to them on audiobook. They are 6 hours. That's the longest one of them has been, like 6.5 hours. And I listened to it at 2.5 speed, so you can have them done in no time. And it's been great. But yeah. That's what I finished. I finished that on Friday. Or did I finish on Saturday? I don't know. I finished it. Now I have to finish reading this. And I have been reading this so like intensely that I haven't been able to annotate. But I did dog ear the pages that I want to go back and properly annotate. So before I get into my reading today, I'm going to go through the pages and annotate it. And I just love that my nails are bringing out the fire in this book. Yes! Love that. Also, I need to decide which color I'm going to use for this book. Probably orange to bring out this fire. Yes. Love that. Anyways, hope you guys are having a great day, and I will update you guys next time. Hello everybody, today is Tuesday, October 19th, and I'm here to just close out the vlog. I finished reading Empire of Storms late on Sunday night, and it was everything. This is definitely my favorite book of the month, and probably so far my favorite book of the year. This was so good, and I just did not expect so many things. Like, I didn't expect to love so many other characters, and I knew that we were gonna get a steamy scene on the beach with Rowan and Aelin, but I thought that was the only scene like that we were gonna get. I did not know, okay, that we were gonna get a Dorian and Manon little thing. Dorian. Can we just acknowledge Dorian for a second? Because I think I'm in love with him. I don't know. I, yeah, I think I am. His little chain fetish. Oh, wow. He's so great. And he's really powerful. He has, like, I feel like he could be even stronger than Aelin if he manages to work on his powers, because he has a lot of power that I haven't seen Aelin, express or use. So maybe she's just not tapping into them, but so far Dorian has like these phantom hands. He can do ice, he can do fire, and he can do them pretty well for someone who's not fully trained the way Aelin is. So if he was like ever fully to tap into his powers, yeah, he's super powerful and I love him. I also love how everybody just loves Elide and will do anything for her, and she's amazing. And I love Lorcan, and I feel so bad for Lysandra and Adion at the end of this book, for different reasons. Like, Adion is left in the dark so much, and the poor guy. I mean, the poor guy. And then Lysandra, she has to take on this huge responsibility at the end, and the way Adion was just like cursing at her and swearing at her and like so angry with her when she's just following orders from the queen that he has devoted his life to. So like, he needs to just learn to understand, okay, but I also get it. But poor Lysandra, like, she's got a lot on her plate now, and the last thing she needed was Adion to like completely tear her to shreds, and now they're off together because they have to like, hold up the illusion that they've put into place, and that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I just love this book so much. 5 stars, and I cannot wait to finish. I have Tower of Dawn and Kingdom of Ash, and yeah, it's probably not gonna be for a while that I pick those up, just because I just need to settle. I just need to settle with this book, and also the next book is all about Kale, and I love Kale, but like, after everything you gave me here, you can't just give me a whole book that has none of these characters in it. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they are in the next book or not, but I feel like it's mostly Kale and what's going on in the South. Not excited. I'm excited to read the book, but like, I'm not excited that my faves aren't gonna be in it after everything that just happened. Ugh. So I think the last time I filmed a clip, I said I was gonna pick up Freddy vs. Jason and Darkness Falls for like a spooky time read, but I've since changed my mind, and I'm going to pick up Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater, because I feel like I need to read this. This has been in my unhauled pile for a while, but I keep pulling it out. Like, I keep saving it, and I don't know why, because I haven't finished reading it. I did start it when it first came out, but then I stopped randomly. I found I didn't really care about the new characters that were introduced in this, but I love Ronan, and I need to give it a full shot. I need to finish the book and then determine if I want to get rid of it or not. So I'm gonna read this, and this is very fall vibes, and I think it takes place in like October and November, if I'm remembering correctly. So we're gonna give this another shot, and I'm excited. And it works perfectly because if you saw my vlog earlier, I had City of, what is it called? I had Crescent City just sitting on the shelf because it wasn't able to fit, but since I took out Call Down the Hawk, I was able to fit Crescent City in, so now my physical TBR shelf is nice and neat, no books lingering about, so it works that I'm picking this up to read. I don't know how fast I'm going to get through this though, because I did start writing a novel last night. I have been thinking about this idea for a while for a standalone fantasy, kind of like a portal fantasy. So yesterday I started writing it, and I got 1,300 words out. So I'm really excited about it, and I want to like really really dedicate my time to this and like finish it, because all the other stories I've started, they have all been fantasy, but they've all been like created with the idea of them being part of like a trilogy or a series, which is like very daunting. So I'm like, maybe I should just start with one book, a standalone that finishes and ends and it's just nice, perfect little bow. So that's what I started yesterday. My first standalone idea fantasy. So yeah, I'm really excited to be working on that. My goal is to write 1,000 words a day so far. So yesterday I accomplished that goal. So today I have to write another 1,000 words. And I'm really looking forward to it. Anyway, that is all I have for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in another vlog soon. Bye.